Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. What is going on, y'all? Today is August 15th, Tuesday, the year of 2023, the year of our Lord. The time is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. This is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast, where we help men find a positive fuck it. Growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. I am your host, Kofa. You can see it there on the screen. Kofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. Kofa rhymes with sofa, so it's not coffee, not kufu, not kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Again, thank you for all being in here. I'll get to your comments in a second. First and foremost, let me go ahead and address it. Yes, bitch, I wear glasses. Can't see worth shit. Had to let my eyes breathe a little bit. Had to take out my contacts.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
So I know there's a slight glare. It isn't the best view, but yes, I wear glasses. So preliminary housekeeping. Y'all see the Cash App. Y'all see the PayPal up there. If you want to hit me up with questions, go ahead and hit me at the email on the screen. That's at Gmail. So it's growtalk.podcast at Gmail. Hit me with your questions, your ideas for the show. Anything else you may have rumbling around in your brain. Again, we're trying to help men find a positive fuck it. Other general housekeeping, hit the like button. It's free. That's the one rule I got other than general respect when you come in. Take your shoes off when you come in my house. Hit the like button. It's free. New viewers, anybody popping their head in just because I came up on your timeline, go ahead, hit like and subscribe. Subscribe is also free. You can go back and see I've been doing the work for a good minute now. If I got to earn your subscription, I respect that, but my work is going to continue. So you might as well go ahead and hit it. Hit the like and the subscribe button. I appreciate, again, everybody being in here. Let me slide over to those in the chat before we get into this tonight. What is going on, JC? Salute to you, good brother. Auntie Sean, I'm glad you're doing okay. For those that wonder from our conversation last week, I did check on Auntie Sean. She is doing better. She assured me, Auntie, you make sure you get some rest. I don't want you trying to stay on long, on my account. I need you to get some rest, get back to 100%. Let's see. Auntie says, nephew, what's good? Glad to see you back in Thor's spot this morning. Yes. Y'all speaking to each other. Broken traditions in the building. Appreciate you being in here as always, good brother. Corey Joe in this thing. Yes, sir.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Already, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me keep on going. I think I got everybody right now. Again, y'all see what's going on the thumbnail. The YouTube movement, Me Too, Time's Up, has turned into the U2 movement. Like black men have said.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I got your super chat, Auntie. I see it. You know what it is. So let me go ahead and hit you with it before I get into my opening monologue. Let me see. Auntie with the $2 super chat says, like James Brown, hit me. I got you. Auntie says, hit me. I got you.
These last $2.
For the super chat. I got you, Auntie. Keep getting better. Now, y'all saw the thumbnail. Yes, I know we've already talked about Jess Hilarious. Yes, I already know we talked about Lizzo. Yes, again, I keep telling y'all, I take the celebrity stuff. I'm going to scale it down to the average day-to-day brother. So, Kofa, why is this important? Because I've said it myself. Black men, this is not our fight. This whole trans woman, cis woman, all that, I don't give a fuck. They can do what the fuck they want to. Everything going on with Lizzo, not fucking surprised. Really not goddamn surprised. She can do what the fuck she wants to. However, like I've said on someone else's channel, this may not be our issue, men, especially black men, but it will become our burden somehow, some way. They've already pointed fingers throughout the damn, I just realized how loud it was. Hold on. Let me move some stuff around. I think my mic was clipping. Bring it down a little bit. They were already blaming men. Yes, I know that. We already said this isn't our fight. Yes, I know that. I want to take you back to a conversation I had with a homeboy of mine years ago, literally 10 years ago. I told them all this support for the LGBT, and then after that, they started adding the QIA, everything else. All this support for the LGBT was going to go left. Then it's going to get to the point where it's okay for, people that like kids. He told me I was fucking crazy. I'll get to that on another live. I just wanted to inject that. Theo dropped something earlier today, and I gotta eat that alive. So that's probably going to be a whole live within it, in and of itself. But that's morphed into what's the term they're using instead of pedos is minor attracted persons. So that's peeled off, right? Then it comes to somebody like Lizzo, who's accusing her her dancers of gaining too much weight, and that dancers that gain too much weight often lose their jobs. We'll get to those clips in a second. Then we have Jess Hilarious going back and forth with trans people upset, and now she's having to clarify and things like that. But the way I'm bringing it down to, men, you're right. This is why I keep fucking repeating to you. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. We're starting to get to that point because I know men have talked about this for at least the last 10 years. I know I have in my personal life. Again, me and my homeboy got into it, had a big argument about all this support for feminism and trans and everything else. And everything I fucking said is coming to pass right now. And guess what? Everyone that was in support of that is either infighting or fucking silent.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me go ahead and slide back over here to these comments real quick. And then we're going to get to rolling tonight. This may not be a long one. I know I always say that. I really don't plan on it because I just wanted to, I told y'all I'm going to try to start down to about an hour and a half. But I did want to hit y'all in the head with this, no matter how many times other people have talked about it. Again, me and Broker's Editions talked about it. Sometimes it's better to flesh things out or come at it from a different direction than come with everything right when it's popular. Again, y'all see what happened a week ago now with the bump and the gump, as I called it, with the Riverboat Brawl. Next Saturday, BT dropped a video, had 3 break-ins, people looting, all that shit. Went right back to the regular scheduled program of some nigga shit.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
I'm just tired of it, y'all. But let's keep going. Oh, one more.
Is this it? This is what I got all those ass whoopings for?
We went right back to the same scheduled program. I love my people, but guess what? The bump and the gump was not the Montgomery bus boycott. Now let me get to y'all comments. Broker Tradition says, hey, I'm feeling the new overlay. I appreciate it, brother.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Damn, I keep clipping. Let me bring this mic back a little bit. Oh shit. Can y'all hear me? All right. Hit the wrong goddamn button. I appreciate that, BT. I keep seeing red pop up on my microphone and on my software. So I keep thinking I'm clipping and killing y'all ears. I apologize if that is the case. DG in the building. What's going on, brother? He says, Kofa, you look different. Who are you? You're not my brother. Goddamn, DG.
Hotter than fish grease!
I addressed that as soon as I came on. I was like, "Them motherfuckers be like, who the fuck is this?" Yes, I wear glasses. I know it's a glare. I hate that. I'll get to that light later on. We'll deal with it, man. We're just gonna talk through this thing. Auntie says she went to the chiropractor yesterday. Excuse me. Going back, my boss will make accommodations for my injury because he loves me. Loves some Miss Simmons, honey. Okay. Let's keep on going. Y'all speaking. BT says Malcolm X with the glasses. I guess all I'm missing is a folding chair, BT.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
JC says I'm listening. Okay. Let me see. Sean Auntie says that's her fault and her ass is going to have to deal with it. No sympathy for that barbecue. Oh, I don't know which one you talking about. Let me keep going. Auntie Sean also says, though, trans women, I think we done triggered Auntie Sean for the night.
You go, girl!
Auntie Sean says, those trans women have to hold their own nuts. Not my damn job. DG says, go 3 hours, Kofa. I can hang. Nah, bro, not tonight. Shamar says they got a whole black mayor and he already half stepping. Can't trust him. He has no facial hair. Anyways, he talking about us, the Chicago mayor, bro. I know in this growth family, we done chewed him up a couple of times. I know me and Broken Tradition, I think that was our first live about all the teen takeovers and craziness that was going on up in Chicago. DG says, Kofa got that toothpick working. Yeah, man, I got to keep up with it. Let's keep on going. Take heed to the message. What's going on, sis?
You go, girl.
Appreciate you being in here. JB said, what's going on? What's going on?
Man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Man, salute, D. Scott. It's been a minute, bro.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
So, again, I know we done beat Jess Hilarious and the Lizzo thing all to death, but it's a reason I love coming on here having these conversations with y'all, because guess what? Once again, it is not our fault. It's not our fight, black men, but it'll become our burden, because the things that we told black women to stay the fuck out of, stop goddamn worrying about, and we kept asking, hey, bring your ass home to a solid black man. Now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. Similar to, I saw a video today with the same podcast, Christian-based podcast. I forgot. I think it's Dear Future Wifey. I apologize to the brother because he does good work. It is what it is. But the Dear Future Wifey podcast had Danae Jackson, Derek Jackson's ex-wife, on there, if y'all recall, about a month or so ago. And now Derek Jackson is on there. So I'm probably going to be cooking on that at some point this week, because I would be remiss if I didn't.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
But we're going to go ahead and get into this content, because once again, it's not our fight, fellas, but it will slowly become our burden, because a lot of women are going to start flip-flopping back over here. Get your motherfucking passport. I'm telling y'all to do this shit. I already know what I'm focused on. The more this shit come out, the more I'm focused on it. But first video we're going to start with is the black woman's ally. Because as long as they can be mad at black men, they love to align themselves with white women. So why not start out with an old white woman talking about what feminism was supposed to be?
Feminism was about equality, about levelling the playing field, which was tremendously important and exciting when we achieved that. Feminism today is all about advantaging women at the expense of men, and it's become very much caught up in the demonisation of males. I don't want to have any part of that. I was writing recently about boys' education. We just started to notice how badly boys were doing vis-a-vis girls. We have really very much feminist ideology infiltrating all our education systems. Systematic programs to continue to advantage girls, and no one taking any notice of the fact that boys are falling out in huge numbers. The girls are 2 years ahead of boys on average. This is the first time ever we've seen a generation of boys who are going to be less educated than their fathers. That's really chilling, and no one cares, John. No one notices any of this.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Bring it back on me. How many times have we said this? How many? I have lost count how many conversations I've had personally. Everybody wants to make it seem as if boys are just slow and fucking behind. I keep saying it here. I'm going to keep saying it everywhere. We have been hearing this bullshit since we were little boys. It has finally caught up. I'm going to go back and look and see what study she's referring to. Again, I just wanted to focus on the videos tonight and kind of give this monologue. So she's saying this is the first time we're really going to see where the next generation, because we're supposed to do better, right? Where the next generation of young boys, young men, are less educated than their fathers. That's a fucking problem.
Is this it? This is what I got all those ass whoopings for?
So out of all the history, out of all the pats on the back, and let me explain this further to y'all, again, as I've always said, when white people catch a cold, black folks catch pneumonia. So if you have an older white woman taking notice of that, who do you think she's concerned about? Her first just natural instinct is going to be concerned about who? Her boys. Literally her sons, her grandsons, her great-grandsons, however old that woman was. Don't even want to get into the race of it for real. But let's take a look at that. Who do you think she's concerned about? Who do you think she's more likely to have in her circle? Other white people. So if white boys are going to go through this, once again, do I have to complete that sentence? What the fuck you think is going to happen to black young men? Now, given everything else that's against us, racism plays a part. I'm not going to play the victim Olympics, but we know the history in this country. So if the next generation of young men are literally less educated, let me tell y'all something, man. When I was volunteering with with Next Level, and we would have these real poignant conversations with some of these young men, some of these young men, they were grown as fuck. They're literally reading on a 4th, 5th grade level. Adults. Well into their 20s. I'm talking 23, 24. Now, granted, we didn't run any tests. That wasn't the program or anything like that. I don't know who was dyslexic, who wasn't, whatever the case. The fact is that they could not fucking read. I'm talking about a damn near half the room. Way too many for it to be 20, 23. Us having heard from black women so long how much more smarter they are than us, everything under the sun. Then they became the mamas that we grew up with them being told that we were behind them, right? Then they became mamas. So how the fuck is your son behind us and you're smarter than the men that you grew up with?
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Somebody talk to me. It does not make sense. Started out with that video because then it turns into what we're getting ready to get into shortly. But that's what feminism was supposed to be, an equal playing field. We want an equal pay, equal rights, on down the line. Now the way it's being morphed is, y'all saw the little icon of the woman growing. Now the woman has to be more important than the man. It's an interesting take on this stuff because with this issue going on with Lizzo, who are they going to blame? Y'all done already blame men. Y'all done wore that shit into the ground. Got a short article we're going to get into right before we get off. But let me get over here to y'all comments. Let me catch up. Y'all talking. Let me see who I'm going to start with. Auntie Sean says, she's not lying. I work in education and see the nefariousness of it all. It's for a purpose, Auntie. It's for a purpose. Yep. BT's drops the Cash App. I appreciate it again. Y'all see the Cash App, PayPal up there. Again, I'm still kind of riding my high on being monetized, so y'all go ahead and drop those if you feel like it. Take Heed says facts.
You go, girl!
And I believe if me and Take Heed on par online tonight, to that point that I mentioned about that white woman's going to worry about her sons, what's going to trickle down to black boys? Because Take Heed, I believe you had boys as well. Yeah, Corey Joe says, make sure you hit that like button. Yes, y'all take y'all shoes off when you come in this house. When you come in the house of Kofa and over here in the Growth family, take the shoes off. Hit the like button. Salute, JT. What's going on, bro?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Almond snuck in the building. What's going on, sis?
You go, girl!
Let me keep going. Auntie San says she always remembers Derek Manning, the football player. He was illiterate. It's, you know what? I've seen people in the military. Now, of course, you got to at least have a high school diploma, GED, to get into the military. But I've known people that have struggled with that. And I'm not making fun of anybody because everybody isn't afforded the best education. But I am huge as a parent and just probably as a nerd my damn self. I'm huge on reading. You have to read for everything. Everybody else will preach about whatever other subject. The one thing you got to do across the board is be able to read. And something my mother told me, if you can't remember what you read, if you can't express or explain what you read, if you can't understand what you read, then you just calling words.
You go, girl!
Shout out to my mama. Let me keep on going. Shams says white women run the school boards in the country. Gotta got it out for black kids, especially black boys, so they can feed them to the school to prison pipeline. They definitely do. And we got to take some reins with that within the communities, namely inside the household, that all this stuff comes down together. We got to teach these kids at home, because I wouldn't have been able to read the way that I read if my mom didn't take those few minutes out, that time with me to read. One, I was interested. One, yes, I was going to school. People used to talk shit about my parents, call them all types of sellouts and shit like that, because they was able to send me and my brother to a private school with smaller classes, but that shit made a difference. If y'all are interested in trying to help your kids learn the way I learned through phonics, because they really stopped teaching that shit in school. I'll get to that in just a second. They stopped teaching in school for a good while. Use the Becca program, BEKA. I'm not going to get into the politics or who runs what or what. That is a simple ass program, and it helped me read. I believe they weren't doing all those tests back then, but I believe looking back, I was probably reading at least 2 or 3 grade levels ahead of where I was. So I say that to say I'm in the Army with somebody who's also a school teacher. So she said within the last probably year, they've decided to start going back to teaching phonics, because they realize these kids can't fucking read.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Exactly what my mother told me years ago is coming to fruition. These kids can't read. They were giving them sight words, and they don't know how to comprehend. They don't know how to sound things out. And so she was saying they would have been looking at the test scores over the last couple of years, and it's fucked up, because while they're looking at the test scores, these children are steady failing. And it takes those children's failures for the school system to decide, hey, maybe we need to take it back. I digress. But now they're supposed to be going back, at least in her district, and they're in like middle Georgia somewhere, Macon, somewhere around that way. They're supposed to be going back to teaching kids phonics. Not the topic tonight, but it's just a topic of interest because of what that woman just said about feminism. Now let's see what feminism spilled over to in a second. Let me keep going with y'all comments. Dead Set Anime, what's going on, good brother?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Dead Set, do me a favor, bro, if you still in here. Hit my email. I wanted to talk to you about something just totally outside of what we normally talk about on YouTube. Just wanted to run the idea past you. I've been meaning to find you and hit you up on your page, and it kept just slipping my mind, just trying to focus on the channel or whatnot. But please hit my email, or I'll try to remember to hit you after this tonight. I just want to holler at you about something. We can exchange information. Okay, back to y'all comments. Let me keep going. Auntie Sean says, no, we not going to blame men. Lizzo has to take that platter of foolishness. Women have to be accountable, period. Take heed says, true talk. They do, Auntie. We all got to take accountability. Salute to the Do Better podcast. What's going on, Theo?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Thank you for uppercutting that like button for me, good brother. We're going to get back to the next video in a second. Auntie Sean says, my mother had a 10th grade education. Dad made it to the 11th grade. They sent me to a Catholic school so I'd have a chance. I always read 2 levels ahead of my grade. I thank my parents. Big facts, me too.
You go, girl!
As we talk about Me Too tonight, or the YouTube movement, as I'm getting ready to start calling it. Reading is fundamental. Yes, that took me to whole different worlds. Man, that Reading Rainbow was something else. Those are still some of my heroes, but that's for another fun live. Let me see. Sham says, I started reading with highlight books. Salute to that. Auntie Sean says, my mama used to say, you can't read, you can't write, you can't count. You're not in the game. Words to live by.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
That is big facts. So that was the foundational piece. I wanted to start with an older woman who went through the changes of feminism and what she's seeing nowadays. Again, yes, I know she was white, but this is across the board. Once again, if it's happening to white children, what do you think they're going to do with your children? To the black community out there. Now we're going to get into what feminine. No, I'm sorry. I want you to hear this from Shay Sade. Salute to this sister. She is always cooking. Shay, if you see this,
You go, girl!
salute to you, sis. Keep on cooking. This is something that's near and dear to me that I have also spoken on. because it's part of the U2 movement, because a lot of women get away with this shit. And sis was obviously overwhelmed. Let's go.
I asked a question a few months ago on whether or not there are men who had had inappropriate advances from older women when they were young. And I got hundreds of responses. I mean, story after story after story of men retelling the times, neighbors, aunts, teachers, caregivers, people at the church, people at daycare had done inappropriate things with them, had SA'd them when they were kids. And I was shocked, truthfully, because I expected maybe a handful, but I did not expect hundreds of men to come forward and tell these stories. And in that moment, I understood that this problem was a lot bigger than I think we really understand. And I truthfully believe men need to be heard, and they need to know that, again, they deserve to be healed just like women and girls who are SA deserve to be healed. I don't pretend to have the answer, but those stories.
That was the end of the clip. Just wanted to bring it back on me. But you heard something that I've always spoken on here. There's so many women pedos out here that are doing this stuff to kids. So again, if we're crossing the line between what a woman is and trans versus cis and everything, and they've been told they can do what the fuck they want to do by the women in our community, and everybody's so supportive, and they're people too, and you don't know what you're talking about, and you just hateful and this, that, and everything under the sun. We keep overlooking underlying situations that are happening. That's the shit that bothers the fuck out of me. It'd be something different if we was out here making up shit, but we're not. These are things that are actually happening to young men and young boys, and now it's starting to come out and rear its ugly head, and the women in our community are fucking silent. Whether they're real women or my 80s baby will get that sound effect. Let's move on. I just wanted to play that real quick because there's so many brothers that have gone through that shit and nobody even wants to acknowledge it, and we don't have a soft place or a safe place. Fuck a soft place. We done already went through the hell. A safe place to even come and speak on this shit a lot of times. You saw sis, salute again to Shay. She was just saying, you know, I expected to hear a few stories. I didn't expect to hear hundreds.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Pivot to y'all comments real quick. Theo says, my pops used to make me read Reader's Digest every week. I hated it at first, but loved it after a while. Salute to Pops.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me see. Auntie Sean says, yes, this happens to boys just like girls. Horrible on either end. Take Heed says, everyone always forgets the boys. They always do. And what do y'all think happens when these boys grow into adult men? It's one or two ends of the spectrum that I'm seeing from the grown men that I'm talking to. These are usually the angry dudes that women are talking about, that beat them and cheat and all that shit. They can't make an emotional connection. Or they turn into the opposite end of the spectrum. They're always trying to make an emotional connection. And some of these young men are so sexually, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, if it can happen to a young girl, it can make her promiscuous. It's the same thing that can happen to a young boy as he grows into a man. Some of them are trying to outfuck the molest, if you will. So a lot of these guys, I've said it before, a lot of these guys that y'all think are ladies, men, and players and shit, he's trying to take control of the situation now because he couldn't help himself when he was younger.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I'm going to say it one more time. He is trying to outfuck the molestation that he went through. But let's keep on going. Corey Joe says, yep, all day Decepticons. You know the sound effect. Auntie Sean says, I'll remember Antoine Fisher. That was his story. Exactly. Take Heed says, facts. Corey Joe says, wow. Exactly. People don't think of it like that. A lot of these dudes are the players that they just can't say no to women. And we think the women can't say no to them when it's really the fucking opposite. But again, that's another day for another live when I'm probably gonna have to get Dr. Kurt back and some other brothers that I know their stories and see if they're willing to come here and tell that story. But if you can understand a girl being touched and then swearing off men, you have to understand a boy being touched and not really wanting to rock with women. He's not gay, but he's not going to be overly sexual either. Women aren't going to be a main concern of his. If you can understand a young girl getting touched and then she becomes promiscuous in her teens and going forward, then you got to understand a young boy getting touched and him being just as promiscuous. But unfortunately, in our fucked up ass community, we keep acting like, hey, that's a norm. He just got some pussy. Shame on you men out there that high five these young boys when they really out here getting raped.
Is this it? This is what I got all those ass whoopings for?
And there's plenty of motherfuckers in this YouTube space that talk that suck ass shit.
Take that monkey shit out. You embarrassing us.
Let me keep on going. So now that we heard from Shay, I want to go into this Just Hilarious clip. Y'all probably heard it. I'm just going to play it in its entirety. It's only like a minute. I think she dropped it on TikTok. I'm probably going to pause it in between because it was something I wanted to address.
Stand up for us. Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women.
Jess, black men have been standing up for y'all for a while. I'm not addressing this to Jess because I don't know her story, all that. But I know black men have been standing up for a lot of solid black women, so-called solid black women. The solid black women don't want the solid black men. When we were warning black women about this, again, speaking my personal experience, 10 years ago, we were told to shut the fuck up and mind our goddamn business. But I'm going to let it keep on going.
Biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that. Like.
So again, bring it back on me. Is she going to get canceled? Or is there going to be enough black women to support Jess when there's other black women, born biological women, and the that are going to support the LGBT side of it, and then they're going to keep on infighting. The reason why I played that clip was for one magic word, and I let it ride. I wonder if y'all caught it. May not, so I'm going to tell you. When she used delusion, that was a term, not the first time it was ever heard, but it was a term that was popularized by the manosphere. When we're talking about all these women and their expectations of what they want, we call them delusional often. So now all of a sudden, there's popularity. The things that black men have been saying to black women for so long is starting to come true, and Jess uses this word of delusion. That people have a mental health issue when they're identifying as something that they're not, right? Now there's infighting. I told you, I don't give a shit about that. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because if we can accept that as a mental health issue, then that's why it triggered and splintered off into the minor attracted persons issue. People are going to say they're not the same. You're conflating the two, Kofa. Into that, I say, no. This is what happens when you open up the door to do anything. I really don't think our people understand what the fuck anything means. I really had to push my glasses up. I wasn't trying to look smart. Our people don't understand what the fuck anything means. People have had this freedom, autonomy, all that. So standards went out the window. Tradition went out the window. Nobody gave a goddamn. And now we're here. Now our straight women won't listen to men, but your ass will go out here and date a woman like what's if Shamar's still in here, I think you asked me about it, the Princella chick. So y'all grown ass women out there, you won't listen to a man, but you'll pump out 2 and 3 kids and decide you like pussy later on in life. And you'll date a woman like Princella to dress like a fucking 14-year-old boy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
But Kevin Samuels was gay because he wore a suit.
No.
Let's keep on going. Get to y'all comments. I see Mona snuck in here. What's going on, sis?
You go, girl!
Let me see. R. Kelly is a R. Kelly is a good example and extreme example. You know what? He is. And you know, Sham, my boy from back home. So he know I ain't never fuck with R. Kelly. The only thing I'm fucking with R. Kelly on is
this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
not Shamar's comment. I just wanted to use that soundbite right then. But Shamar, no, I ain't never fuck with R. Kelly like that. After these rumors came out and especially the video dropped and all that shit, I was like, okay, this dude is a child toucher or whatever. Then, then we got into the surviving R. Kelly and all that, with all these crazy horror stories. And I can believe that shit. But it's so many black women that supported R. Kelly throughout the charges. No matter how much evidence came out, no matter how many people came out and said he did X, Y, and Z, and especially brothers, this is another reason I want you to pay attention, because I want you to stop listening to women. Unfortunately, I posted something the other day where I said, it's crazy that black women cancel Jonathan Majors overnight, but they need more information and they want to see what happens with Lizzo. I said, you see what happens when you leave them unsupervised? The R. Kelly thing is another example. Black women were left unsupervised and they supported this man no matter what. They even blamed other women. I remember specifically grown women blaming a 14-year-old girl because I saw the video. That girl wasn't sucking dick like she was no goddamn 14. She knew what she was doing. These are mothers now. I want y'all to understand that when that tape came out, I think I was a junior, maybe senior in high school. These were women in their early 20s, young by, all understanding now at 41. Young, yes, but now they're mothers. Other girls we went to high school with saw the tape. She wasn't doing it right.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I wish I was making that shit up. Kofa got a long memory. I got a long memory. So I remember a lot of the bullshit that was said in support of R. Kelly. And now we have R. Belly.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
We'll get to Lizzo in a second. Let me get back to y'all comments. CDT Beats, what's going on? Salute.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I got to take heed over there, man. Take heed says, preach. I got you, sis. I'm on this one. Auntie Shaw says, check out the movie Nuts with Barbara Streisand. She was a high-priced call girl who commits a murder, but when they dig deeper, they found the truth. Check it out, y'all. Okay, I'm going to put that on the list because I do like watching those old 80s movies that used to be on like HBO and Cinemax and Showtime and stuff because my grandparents paid for the cable back then. But, I wasn't supposed to be watching those movies. But then when they went to sleep in their rocking chair, then I would. Let's move on. Let me keep on going. Court Show laughing at my Transformer soundbite. Yes, take heed. Yes. I know I'm on this thing cooking tonight, but some people gonna see this and.
But, I could be all wrong. Maybe I'm just full of shit. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
R.I.P. to KS, man. R.I.P. to the Godfather. Auntie Sean says, won't be any infighting on my end because I'm not backing them. I said what I said earlier in the chat. They're going to have to hold their own nuts. Big facts, Auntie Sean. Wow, let's see. Corey Joe says, that video Theo played today was informative and eye-opening with the gay dude. Yes, bro. It really was. I got to go back and get those clips because I got to flesh that out some more. Again, let me tell y'all why it's so sensitive to me. I think I told this story a while ago. Yeah, for most of y'all know that I worked in juvenile justice. I've gotten more subscribers since then. Wrong button.
But
Wrong button. I got more subscribers since I told this story the first time.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
But I used to work in juvenile justice. Long story short, had a big ass kid in there. He was gay, just like very effeminate, talk like this, like that. But he was like 6'2". You would swear he was supposed to be on somebody's football team. And the kids used to pick on him, call him all types of sissies and F's and stuff like that. So over one weekend, because I used to work in the education department, so I wasn't there on weekends. When I came back on Monday to work, he wasn't in class. I asked where he was. Asked where this other student was. Oh, they got into it this weekend. They started telling me about the final. Like, what the hell? So I'm like, man, all right, y'all sit down, do y'all work. Tuesday comes back because they had locked him down, for that day, for the fight over the weekend. So he comes back. I pull him out of class. Never had any problem out of. I mean, just no pun intended, but a sweet young man, nice kid. He got into it, basically the same thing happened. He got into a fight, big ass kid, hurt somebody. They put his ass in juvenile. But he was just effeminate as he wanted to be. So I asked him, like, bro, what is going on with you, man? Like, what happened? They ain't like you, basically. And he was like, I can't help how I feel. I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't help what happened to me. They were calling me all types of this, that, the third. And it clicked. Somebody had done something to this boy when he was a little boy. And now he's this big ass 13-year-old. And now he's just a big old sissy to the world. Who the fuck was there for him when he didn't have that size on him? When he didn't have that weight on him? But nobody wants to talk about that shit. And some people still, even in the manosphere, red pit, they're like, oh no, can't nobody make you be gay and stuff like that. You see these be the strongest, realest dudes ain't never had a gay bone in their body. They go inside of prison and they come out switching. Because guess what? If he went inside of prison, he was going to go inside of prison switching. Something happened to him and it triggered something in him. And the fucked up part about it is women will gravitate and deal with that before they deal with a straight man out here, like a Kevin Samuels, for example, and they'll call him all types of gay because he wears a suit and puts on cologne. And that makes sense in our community. I know I kind of took a pivot real quick, but it was for a reason. So again, bringing it back to the YouTube movement, things happen to young boys too. And that was in reference to Corey Joe talking about the video that Theo played earlier. So yes, I gotta address that. That's one of the reasons, Corey Joe, into the chat and everybody watching, why I'm so sensitive about these topics of SA, regardless of who it happens to. Sham says, yes, sir, preach. Appreciate you, bro. Auntie Sean says, keep supporting those fake heifers, and they'll try to get in bed with your man if you not one. Big facts. Sham says, yes, Kofa, you was on it 15 years back.
But wait, it gets worse.
Who only knew, Sham? I never knew all that, but y'all see it on the screen. I'm not making it up. I was not fucking with R. Kelly back then. When that shit, and they was like, man, but the music still, I'm like, bruh, think about it like this. XYZ, this, and they were like, oh shit. But anyway, let's keep on going. Because again, I had a daughter. I've been a dad since I was 21. So any thought of that at any point in time of her life was not going to sit well with me. Auntie Sean says, I see R. Kelly in the subway singing in downtown Chicago. He was known around Chicago, cruising to high schools. That was no secret in the black community.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
That's a goddamn shame, Auntie. Take Heed says they never want to talk about the boys being touched. They don't, sis. They never do. Now, we got Jess out the way when we talked about her and her beef with. But anyways, so we done talked about they little beef. But what I was alluding to, why it's such a issue for me, it's still going to spill over to black men. And I know I'm telling brothers to get passports. And yes, we're leaving black men out there within earshot of my voice. Everybody under the auspices of my voice. Don't forget about these young cats coming up behind us. Because them going to be the ones to catch the hell. Because now that we're leaving, now that these our the women's backup plans are leaving, getting passports and things like that, or just opting out. Now you're gonna see more older women. Again, this is Kofa predicting shit. You're gonna see more older women more willing to date younger men. I'm already hearing the conversations amongst women, my peer group, talking about, oh, these young boys got their shit together. They involved in tech and all that stuff. The same tech we're telling them to go get these certifications in so they can travel. Some of them are going to get caught up in this shit with an older woman. That's why it's important to do these type of shows. Even if we feel like we've beaten this thing to death, it's important to keep showing it and shoving it down their throat, because eventually, once again, it is not our fight. It's not, but it will slowly become our burden as men. So let me go ahead and pivot over. We're going to take a pause for the calls real quick, get a little bit of humor. We're going to stay on topic, but get a little bit of humor.
Your word is woman.
Woman, can I have the country of origin, please?
I don't, probably England or Germany or something. Woman.
Can I have the definition, please?
Why don't you ask Judge 1 that question?
Can I have the definition of woman, please?
No.
Why not? I'm allowed to ask for definitions, right?
The thing is, a woman is a woman is
So what she's trying to say is that each person gets to define for themselves what a woman is.
So can you define it?
No.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Bring it back on me real quick, man. I just wanted to throw that in there and have a little bit of comedy because they killed that shit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
You can't even tell the children what the fuck a woman is because everybody is free to do what the fuck they want to. I was in Theo's chat earlier. I told him I identify as an X-Man. I'm Wolverine. Let's keep on going. Corey Souls says it's crazy because these chicks try and turn out straight women also, i.e. Kendra G and her guest the other day. Big facts. G.R.O.W.T.H in the building. What's going on, good brother?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Exactly, Corey Joe. You got a 40-year-old chick dating a 20-year-old basketball player. What the fuck? Everybody's going to look at his financial stability, his money. That boy brain ain't even goddamn done developing yet.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Salute to Jay Gray. So take heed when you drop these are the words that come up when you use emojis, because I'm not on YouTube right now because it slows down my it makes my damn system lag. Makes the software that I'm using, makes it lag. So when y'all be dropping these in there, because I see other people do it too, I'll see face blue smiling, face blue smiling, face blue smiling. See, I'll see that. I'll see the description of the emoji, but I can't see the emoji. But keep on dropping them, because sometimes I bring them up and just read them, and people get a laugh out of it, especially Broken Traditions, because I can't see them. But yeah, JC, Broken Traditions laughing. Jay Gray says a woman is a drug dealing catalytic converter.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
We was in there cutting up in Theo chat earlier today. Mark Smith in the building. What's going on, good brother? He says, so what are we talking about today? I came in and you were alluding to Jess Hilarious, T.S. Madison beef. So I'm talking about the reason why I'm bringing it home, and you probably missed it, Mark. I'm bringing it home at the top of the chat, how it's not our fight. That's not what I'm saying. It's not our fight, but it'll slowly become our burden. And even those of us like myself and probably you that are rejecting that shit as a burden, we can't forget those young men that are coming up behind us. And the reason why I'm staying on that is to once again tell black men, we're not fucking crazy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
We're talking about the years of black men in general, black men specifically, telling black women, hey, get off that LGBT shit, and them telling us to shut the fuck up, and they're going to do it anyway. Now a lot of that support is coming back to bite them in the ass. So black men need to understand that you're not fucking crazy. When you have an inkling of something, when you can see the landscape for what it is, stay on topic, stay on code, because now it's a lot of other black men that will come in this space and say that we're complaining about women all the time, but a lot of this manosphere content is becoming true. So that was a long-winded answer, Mark, but I hope I answered your question, good brother. Let me keep going. Jay Will says, fuck it, I identify as Megatron.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Keep on going. See what you started. Take heed. That's one comment. That's another one. BT, you gotta drop the super chat if you want me to read it. That's the only way I'm gonna read it. Take heed says, oh, okay, I'm a blue fish today. Corey Joe dropped the $2 super chat. They fuck with me. Take heed. A pair character turning around, waving his hand, saying, "Hey you," while lowering his glasses. Salute to you, Corey Joe, for making me read that silly ass emoji description out loud, and thank you for the $2.
These last $2.
Let me see. Mark Smith says, I am a gay man, just so you are aware. All good, brother. But you got to understand, we're going to be talking about some of that shit because the LGBTQIA plus, I call it the silent P community. So I want you to know where you're at. You can be gay all day. I got a gay cousin, got a gay uncle, I don't give a fuck. But over here, we have straight men conversations. If you want to come in, enjoy and hear and listen, or you want to inject something, feel free. But I just want to have that clear. Let's see. Look, see, Corey Joe says, I pulled BT trolling. I told you, man, he was trolling yesterday. No, when we go to the cigar bar? Was that Sunday? BT was trolling in real life, man. I ain't even going to get into that conversation. Auntie Sean says, I identify as a subscriber that donated $2. You know what, Auntie? Just for that, you get
these last $2.
Mark Smith says the gay community is not your enemy, and y'all not our enemy. We never said that. If anything, we get smoke from because we're cisgender males, just because we don't want to hang out with a gay guy or go to a gay bar. But it's interesting. I'm glad you're in here. So this is interesting that you're here for this, Mark, because let me slide to the next video because this pertains to that, right? Where are we at?
This is another thing I want to address too, because it seems like there's a lot of homophobic rhetoric that goes on specifically with black women, and nobody in the LGBT ever holds black women accountable. We don't have women on the show say, oh, because black women in the LGBT, we have this alliance or whatever the case is. But a lot of the rhetoric that black women say towards black men is very homophobic, and nobody calls them out for that. So you could openly just say, well, y'all gay, this, that, and the third, even though they not gay. And y'all swear every black man is secretly gay, which is not a fact. There's no data to prove that. Just because a man doesn't automatically see you and want to spend money on you, then, oh, he must be gay.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease. Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
And that was light, Mark. Let me get to your comment. You say, yes, we do hold them accountable. Salute if you're one of those brothers. But in mass, collectively, what we hear a lot of times is a lot of black men being called gay. They gave it to Kevin Samuels on a regular basis just because the brother liked to wear suits and smell good. I have been called gay because I didn't want to deal with a certain woman. Or guess what? I was gay because I was nice to her. I was nice, but too nice. So it goes across the board. Where you may hold them accountable, Mark, it's several other women that don't. It's several other gay men that don't. It's several gay men that applaud when black men are going through shit for whatever fucking reason. So you're right. You're not our enemy, but we're not your enemy either. Now, if you feel a certain way about that, then you got to check the people on your side, just like I got to check the men on this side. But it's hard to check the men when the women that are in support of the LGBTQIA plus community are quick to call straight men that do right by them gay, then skip their ass over with a thug dude that can't keep his ass out of prison when he keep going in and out that bitch surrounded by a whole bunch of fucking men. That's suspect to me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
But our women support who the fuck they want to support. But what Eli, salute to the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Salute to the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Salute to Eli for that comment. Anytime they want to hit us with a slur, don't nobody say shit. There's not a whole bunch of videos floating around the internet. Again, Mark, I'm not saying that you don't say anything in your personal life. But what I am saying, I've had so many black women just say shit to straight black men and call them gay, suspect, and everything under the damn sun. And it's fucking radio silent. And the minute I call her a fucking bitch, everybody come out the woodwork, to include other straight black men, because I'm not supposed to talk to the sister like that. See, we want to check each other. We always want to check men, but it's rare we check women. That's why a lot of the people in the LGBTQIA and the trans and conversation and shit is getting on Jess Hilarious ass. Hold on real quick. Got to switch toothpicks. I done chewed that one up. And I know sis has said stuff before, but guess what? It's been several straight men that have talked cash shit about, several gay men that have talked cash shit about cisgender males, made up shit in their head that was not fucking true. But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole tonight. Let me keep on going. I'm going to get to your comment, bro. I do see you. Take Heat says, I identify as my husband, housekeeper, and lover.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Corey Joe says gay is an insult. Sean says the gay community isn't the problem. It's the black transgender women who are problematic. And the shit is annoying. Can't be on me my worst day. Can't be me on my worst day. Stay in your lane. Jay Gray says black women are some of the most homophobic people on earth.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Straight black men call other straight black men gay. We do. For cross-dressing and doing fingernail polish and other shit that, yes, is more so considered traditionally effeminate. But again, straight black men will call another black man gay, with women calling a straight black man gay for doing right by her. If we're going to use that term, let's put it in context. And you can be a masculine gay male. I've seen that. Dude play football, drink beer, arm wrestle with the best, well, all that shit. But he's gay. Okay, cool. Then you have a dude that can be straight as a fucking arrow, but he dressed nice. I got a homeboy that went through that. Just finished knocking down this chick. Let me tell my boy business a little bit. Just finished knocking down this chick a couple of months ago. Just knocking her down. Used to like her back in the day. She finally came clean to him after she realized he could lay pipe recently this year, and says, you know what? I always thought you was gay. Simply based off of how he dressed. Because he wasn't sagging his pants and doing all the stereotypical hood looks. She assumed he was gay. Knew he liked her, but she always suspected that he was suspect. But we're going to keep on going. Jay Gray says, let me cook. JC says facts. CDT says real talk. JC laughing. Mark says, I'm just saying you can't just say it's only women that do it. I'm not saying it's only women. And the reason why I stay on the women so much, bro, is because straight men are dealing with women. Straight men aren't dealing with other straight men. When we try to hold other straight men accountable, you know what the women do? They turn around and fuck them.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
They have a kid by him. They deal with his shit. They give him money. As long as he can pander to them, me holding these other straight men accountable defeats the fucking purpose. Because people are going to throw support behind them. Let's use a Derrick Jackson, for example. Because he may not be calling other black men gay, but he's trying to paint this paintbrush of how fucked up black men in general are. It's a similar situation. I'm going to make something seem like what it isn't. Unfortunately, our goddamn women go for that shit all the goddamn time. And then we got to sit here and defend ourselves. One more time, goddamn it, brothers, get a motherfucking passport. Let's keep on going. Corey Joe says, sign language who hurt you, your mama black, you gay, and it's so many more. Big facts, big facts. Oh shit. BT says I missed the super chat. Did I scroll? Oh yeah, kept scrolling. My bad, BT. BT dropped the super sticker because he wants me to read it because he's a fucking troll.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
The comment says Sheba Dog raises and lowers his index finger to get noticed. With the $2 super chat, BT, you already know what time it is.
These last $2. Last $2.
Let me keep on going. Mark says black transgender women are not the problem. Again, that's not our fight. You missed that earlier. I said I don't give a shit. So Take Heed says, yep, BT big troll. I told y'all, man. Corey Joe says, wow, laughing. Broken tradition. Oh, y'all talking. He says the white trans do shit that affect the black trans. Let's keep on going. No one says no lies told here. Let me keep here. Take Heed says he's pulling at you, sir. He's a troll. All good. Take Heed. I can handle it. And no one says they support when they sleep with him. Big facts.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Auntie says I'm cooking tonight. Pull out the pots, turn up the heat, and make it hot, nephew. Real talk, Auntie. I do got some collard greens on the stove. I had to cut them off because I had to come up here and be with y'all, so I got to come back on after the live tonight. We're gonna keep on going though. J Will says this. No, J.W. J Williams with a S. You are J.W. J.W. says this is making me miss Law and Order. One more time. Jay Gray says black women will try to shame you by saying you're gay and your dick small. Pause.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
And yep. Mona D says please like, subscribe, and share. Yes, y'all. Please do. Thank you for that, Mona.
You go, girl.
Again, the likes are free. Take your shoes off when you come in the house. Let's keep on rolling. So you saw Daily Wrap-Up Crew and Eli mentioning that, bro. Again, this is the question, because that'll be quick. Are the things our black women support usually make it back home? That's the whole reason why I'm talking about this tonight. So now we're going to get into surviving our belly.
Was I pressured to touch a new performer? Yes.
These are her dancers talking about their experiences. Yes, I said our belly.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
So these are Lizzo's dancers talking about, you know, their experiences and their allegations and things like that. So I got a couple of videos on that. Some of these videos came from a couple of reputable sources. So that's why you're looking at my ugly ass.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
But you can see it's a video behind it. We're going to let it run like this. Let's keep going.
Was I brought into a private meeting where I was kind of interrogated about my personal matters and ended up having to share very personal things about myself regarding my weight? Yes. Were we pressured to do an excruciatingly long rehearsal that turned into a re-audition for the job that we already booked? Because apparently we weren't doing good enough. Yes, that is true. Did I unfortunately go to the bathroom on myself on one stage because I was so terrified? Yeah.
This po child done leaked her damn self.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Lizzo out there goddamn slave driving. Let's keep on going.
Yes.
You allege that Lizzo intended to hit you at one point after you resigned. Do you really think that she was going to resort or could resort to physical violence?
She actually balled up her fist like this to me. She started cracking her knuckles, and she was like, "You're so effing lucky that basically I'm not going to hit you." Her best friend, who's also one of the dancers, had to jump out of the couch and physically hold her back from coming and hitting me. So yes, I do believe that if she wasn't held back by that dancer, she would have hit me.
This morning, Lizzo responded to the lawsuit on Instagram, writing, in part, "These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and
That's damn near like her admitting. And see, I want to point this out. So Lizzo comes out with a statement, right, on Instagram. These accusations sound like some of the men that's been accused, and everybody, again, Jonathan Majors comes to mind, immediately throws them away, right? Immediately. He can't even talk. His lawyer has advised him. His publicist has advised him. We always say, well, why doesn't he say anything against these allegations? Only person crazy enough to keep on running their motherfucking mouth was goddamn R. Kelly. He did it for years, and people ate it up and still supported him, right? So now this same shit has come back. Salute to Drew Titan.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Salute to Drew Titan, because he covered a little bit. Well, that was his main topic last night. But he was just saying, he kept saying it. Doesn't this sound like a man? The accusations against Lizzo, doesn't this shit sound like a man? But overnight, it can be a man being accused of something and he's canceled. This goes to the Me Too, to the Time's Up, to the cancel culture, to the believe all women. Now y'all in a mind fuck. You don't know what the hell to goddamn do because the woman accusing a goddamn another woman.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
So which woman do you believe? Let's keep on going. So we got one dancer that done peed on herself, one that was supposed to touch a dancer, one that had to share intimate details about her life and her eating disorder and possibly why, because, you know, sometimes molestation can be a triggering factor for some people that have this eating disorders. Don't know if y'all knew that, but we're going to keep on going.
Professional. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards.
I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to the next video where she hit him with that statement, and we're gonna get their reaction.
Lizzo released a statement, and she writes in part, "These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional."
Me personally, I was never told that I was unprofessional. In fact, I was told the opposite. They would kind of pull me to the side, or if I'm already having a conversation with the tour manager and so on, they would say, "Actually, Noelle, I just want to let you know you're never a problem." And I'm thinking, so are you alleging that everyone else is super unprofessional, and why? All these black women are unprofessional?
We're constantly being gaslit, and she's constantly deflecting. So it just further, proves our point and solidifies the claims that we're making.
For everyone who's skeptical, just take a moment and put yourself in our shoes. Recognize that when you're in a stressful situation, you don't always know that you're being abused.
Last point she made. We didn't know we were being abused. Doesn't that sound like what a lot of women have said about men when they're coming out years later? So this seems to be pretty recent history of Lizzo doing these things or being accused of doing these things.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Now BT says she ain't talking about shit, just find another job. Again, will we give a woman that same answer if she was accusing a man? Mark Smith still in this thing holding on. He says, I'm not sure if I believe these allegations. Again, to my point, every time a man is accused of something, he did it. Losing endorsements left and right, different things like that. Because this has blown up, because Me Too has become what it is, they were forced to react the same way to Lizzo. I think a couple of she's lost, not endorsement, but she's lost like a couple of gigs she was supposed to perform at or something like that. I'm not sure if she was supposed to be here in Atlanta during the Beyonce concert, but I heard some rumblings about that. I don't know how true that shit is. Again, I really don't give a motherfuck. My point is, everything that black men have been saying about just accusing people and just running with it. We love this cancel culture. The court of public opinion. Salute to Shamar. Salute to Shams for being in here. We talked about it on the backside in the on IG. We talked about it. The court of public opinion is more powerful than the court of law.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Now, while I believe that a motherfucker like R. Kelly has been guilty for years, I do believe R. Belly is on the same path.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Stephen says you should really patent R. Belly. Speaking of which, We're going to go ahead and pivot to a little bit of comedy because as you're going to see on the meme, this shit did not age well at all.
All the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah. Had to cut some hoes loose, yeah. Indy ain't no loose lips. Now them hoes tryna sue me. Bitch, I don't give two shits.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
That shit did not age well at all. My God. Let's keep on going. BT says no sympathy from real rap Ron. Corey Joe says damn crime boss bitch Liz. Jay Will says so why didn't you get off on her for attempting that? They should have swung, but you know. And let me explain something. Just knowing a little bit that I know about the industry. The music industry is small. It's not this big ass place that we as onlookers and listeners of music and entertainment and consumers of the content. It is not some big ass place. It don't take nothing but one incident. When you're that small, when you're just a dancer, and then on top of that, she's a big dancer. Where else is she gonna go?
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Lizzo intentionally went and found fat girls to dance. So if she loses that job, where the fuck else is she gonna go? So to BT's point, look, my homeboy just calling me back. Y'all hold up. Hey, ugly ass boy, I'm on my show. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you back. You just made the live. Say what's up to everybody. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit. I hit you back, bro. I'm almost done. All right. Hit that nigga hours ago. Anyways, but where's that big dancer gonna go to? That's my question, BT, because you said you have no sympathy and she need to go find another job. Where's that big dancer gonna go to? We have to let's put this in context. She's already a big girl. She likes to dance. She finally got her opportunity. She's been dreaming about this since she was a little girl. Now she finally has this job. The one place that isn't going to hold her really accountable for her weight. Her boss get to walk around Lakers games with her ass out. She don't want no big man. She chasing goddamn Captain America and shit like that. She keep making a spectacle of herself and her size and her weight, and then get on IG and social media the next week and fucking cry about how ungoddamn fair it is and all that shit. And then she treating these women like that. Guess what? I believe them. I'm a flip it. Instead of waiting for more information like I normally would for a man, I'm a flip it. I'm a act like a woman. I'm a flip it. I believe that bitch did that shit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Because she gets to be the only pretty big girl around. She the only one that don't have to watch what she eat. She claimed that she don't eat meat. Salute to Drew once again. He mentioned that shit like last night. There's no way in hell that she don't eat meat, do all that goddamn moving around, and she's still that motherfucking big. Somebody goddamn lying. Keep on going. Auntie Sean says R. Kelly has been playing with the house money since 2008. Bullshit catches up with you eventually. Let me see. I'm believing Lizzo. Hit conspiracy theory Ron. What's the conspiracy theory, bro? You got to talk to me about that one. Look, he says, but I won't make a video about it.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Look, Jay Gray says, damn, what a fupa. You can see it behind me, behind my screen. God damn it. Jay Gray says, preach. Joseph Townsend says, I remember Cardi B versus Tasha K. Tasha K wouldn't shut the fuck up, and we see what happened to her.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
And the fucked up part, what got Tasha K was the slander and libel. She said the Cardi B had a disease or some type of STI, STD or whatever, and she was passing it. That's what got Tasha K fucked up. Tasha K should have stayed on the fact that Cardi B admitted herself that she set men up to get raped or, drugged, graped. Sorry, YouTube. To get graped by transgenders. And ain't nobody said shit about that either. She's gone on to have a long career. Another issue of the Me Too movement. Y'all get silent. That's why I'm calling it the U2 movement, because there's so many women out here doing those things. That's why I added that part in with Shay Sade when she was speaking about these young boys being touched on by women. Silence. Lizzo doing what the fuck she want to do. Little bit of silence. The women said, fuck it, we gotta handle this now, because now there's a movement to stand on, right? Then Jess Hilarious complaining about who stands up for women. Since we done already did that. Black women told us to shut the fuck up, mind our business, and stop hating. And as Mark alluded to earlier in the video, we're not your enemy. We never said that shit. We said keep that shit the fuck away from our kids. And where is it now? I should have snatched that fucking video where they had a transgender or a cross-dresser or a drag queen, whatever the fuck term you want to use, come in there and read to a group of kindergarten children, but you have yet to teach the boys how to pull out chairs for girls, how to hold the door open for a girl, how to walk on the outside of the sidewalk for a girl. You ain't taught these young men no type of gentleman shit, but you can bring somebody in there that's obviously a biological male dressing like a motherfucking woman and sit there and talk to them about equality and acceptance.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
But you have not taught either the boy or the girl to just be good fucking people to each other. You haven't taught them shit about heterosexuality, so why in the fuck would you start teaching them about acceptance of trans and gay and everything else? Keep on going. Jay Gray says preach. JT said, oh, we talked about that. BT says she lost the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl next year. Good, goddammit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And guess what, BT? Because brothers, no disrespect, you know you my partner, but because brothers like you are like, I'm waiting on more information, and I know why, because you've been burned on YouTube. We're hopping on the first thing real quick at first, right? I know why. But when brothers like just they see black men saying, hey, I'ma wait, guess what? Now that shit gonna have to recalibrate itself. The thing that I do fear is when something does happen to a woman, nobody's gonna believe her, because guess what? Now this shit is pissing people off, like me, for example. Same thing with Carly Russell. I told y'all when she lied about being kidnapped and there was an actual Amber Alert that came from the fucking police to my phone about a 1-year-old girl being coming up missing the next day, I was hesitant to share it because we had just went through that damn lie with Carly. So now with this shit going on with Lizzo, now you got women accusing another woman. Which women do you believe? This was the fucking danger that a lot of black men were talking about. You can't believe all women. But guess what happened? We did. Done canceled Jonathan Majors. He done lost so many fucking endorsements. And salute to Marvel.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Even though everything is still kind of on pause right now, they're the only ones that I'm tracking. Somebody help me out in the chat if you know more. They're the only ones that I'm tracking that didn't just cut him loose all of a sudden, because he had about 3 or 4 other projects lined up. This was his year. Last year was his breakout year. This was his year to blow. And accusations that came to be unfounded, or coming to be unfounded, because his girlfriend left the fucking country. Bitch didn't leave the motherfucking state. She left the country so she wouldn't be arrested. Some bullshit. That's why I'm like, you know what? If we're going to be hesitant on one side, we need to be hesitant on the other. But because we're so quick to throw away black men, guess what? Not that I was a big fan of Lizzo in.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
No pun intended. I wasn't a big fan of Lizzo. I know she's talented. Not taking anything away from sis, but I can see this shit, some mean girl shit. I can see this shit being true. Let me keep on going. Jay Gray says, if men get put under the lens for Me Too, then women need the same damn treatment. Big facts, bro. Stephen Dunn says Nate Parker was literally found innocent, and not only his career not picked up again, but at the time, black women were admonishing him for having been found not guilty.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I think you meant not guilty. So Nate Parker, if y'all remember the his version of what was the movie? What was the movie about Nat Turner when he did that Nat Turner biopic? He had a previous accusation of rape from way back in college. Was found innocent back then. continued to have his career. You know, he did his small parts, then he directed, then he created damn it, what's the name of the movie? The whatever America. I cannot remember. I'm thinking of not American Sniper. Did somebody just drop it? What was the name of the movie? Birth of a Nation. Thank you, Auntie Sean. Jesus. When he did Birth of a Nation. Thank you, Jay Gray. Uh-oh. Didn't get to your comment, Kill Hall. Thank you for being in here, brother.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
When he did Birth of a Nation, all of a sudden, something that happened literally at the time, a decade before, earlier than that, I mean, longer than that, when he was acquitted of being of a grape, again, white girl, black women came out the woodwork. He shouldn't have been with her. Same situation as Jonathan Majors. His girlfriend was at the time was white. I believe him and his friend were drunk or whatever. The girl was drunk. She claimed they gang raped her. They said it wasn't true. He was found not guilty, all that. The white woman ended up eventually deleting herself. So all that stuff came back up. He got blamed for it, on top of him doing a Nat Turner movie, which again is why I really don't give a fuck when everybody's talking about what we need to do. I'm gonna pivot real quick. What we need to do is what they need to do as far as make more black movies and historically accurate and all that shit. That man made a Nat Turner movie with his own motherfucking money.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
And who the fuck couldn't wait to sink their teeth in and tear him down? Black women. Me and my homeboy, same homeboy, on the feminism and all that shit. We got into an argument about that shit because he was accused. He just the fact he was accused. He was cool with the movie not doing well, like literally smiling, excited about this shit, just like the black women were. So when I say it's other black men on the side, it's a fucking reason why I'm talking about this shit. So for brothers that are thinking or on the fence about that shit, you're not fucking crazy, dog. Some of our women, a lot of our women are on some bullshit. A lot of other brothers are on some bullshit. Make sure you're good. Because now if they'll attack another woman, you already know that we see they'll do it to a man. But if they'll do it to another woman, whether this shit is true or not, the fact that the accusations are there, BT, the fact the accusations are there are showing this turn. And guess what? After they finish chewing up Lizzo, right, wrong, indifferent, guilty, not guilty, whatever the case may be, however it is resolved, who do you think they're coming back to? Black men. Let me keep on going. But thank you for that, BT, that she lost her opportunity. I knew she had lost a couple of gigs. Thank you for that, Stephen Dunn. Yeah, BT says fair use. I had to throw that little thing in there. Crazy, the video. BT says, damn, that aged like an avocado. Terrible. That video aged horrible. Jay Gray says, wow, just fat and sassy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Yeah, Stephen Dunn, I figure you meant not guilty when the sisters were mad. BT says she could leave Lizzo and become a customer service rep. Man, you know that shit ain't finna happen.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
We got to keep the same energy when these women get divorced from ball players. Then you know what, bitch, go bag groceries. But we know that shit ain't gonna happen. So if she got this opportunity, I could see her staying. I could see her saying I can't leave or not re-audition to the point that she damn near piss herself. I can see that. It is the only solo, just singular opportunity that these big dancers are gonna get. That shit is not lost on them. So for them to come out 3 deep, and I think it's 6 more accusers that are coming out, but for them to come out and speak this, that lets me know how bad that shit got, because they know they're not going to get another opportunity. Not until they lose that weight, and I don't see that shit happening. Them with some big girls. Y'all can go look at the accused, go Google the accusers, and then y'all come back in the chat and let me know if Kofa crazy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Quiet Storm says, I pull up on Kofa channel and see the remix to Silk, We're Calling You music video. Let's keep going. I'm not paying your ass no attention, Quiet Storm. I appreciate you being in here, though. With the wrench, Thor's hammer.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
G.R.O.W.T.H says, IHOP. JC laughing. Broker Tradition says, don't become the enemy. Mona D says, time to unbig that back Lizzo to improve your options.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
But that's the thing about the U2 movement, Mona D. Sisters can do no wrong. There's nothing to correct. She done stole somebody else, man. All that stuff. There's nothing to correct. Let me see. Justin Munson in here. What's going on, good brother? He says her behavior at the LeBron game and on camera bullying her friend is evidence enough.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Now, this is where some people may disagree with me. I'm looking at personality types. Thank you for that, Justin Munson. Because when these accusations came out about Bill Cosby, and then he said, you know, in the precinct, they asked him, did he knowingly give women drugs to sleep with them? And he said, yes. Everybody was doing it back then. I'm not saying that he's the only one. But the thing that put the nail in the coffin for me, for Bill Cosby, is when Carlton Payne, that played Cockroach and Cole on Martin, when he came out and he was talking about his time on the Cosby Show and why he left. So he left the show because Bill Cosby wanted him to cut his hair at the time. He said it was too long. It didn't fit what Theo's friends should look like, you know, to be around the Huxtables like that. And he wouldn't cut his hair at the time. So he basically fired him. They started writing him out the script as Theo's friend and all that shit. So that's controlling as fuck. Usually people that are essayers or just some type of sexual predator, I'm not going to say a graper all the way, but grapists, yes, sexual assaulters, all those types of people, they're very narcissistic. They are very controlling, like real-time controlling. So that was one thing. Then there was always an issue with what's Lisa Bonet. She was the wild child back then. There was always some friction between her and Bill Cosby because he didn't like the way she was living her real life off camera. She was too much of a wild child in the tabloids and all that shit. So the fact that he was that controlling on set and with these people's actual lives, that lets me know he has a control issue. So there's a good possibility that he could be guilty of those things. Again, to my own horn, I had to study this shit in school. Going into the legal field, I've seen these cases, and then we start tracking down where people have a track record of controlling this person, controlling that person. Boom, a sexual assault happens, or they try to sexually assault somebody. Had one dude in the army up there trying to recruit because him and his wife were swingers. He was in the army. I'm not talking about he was trying to recruit people into the army. He was trying to recruit people into him and his wife's bedroom.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Into domination and all that shit. And he would only try to recruit people of lesser rank that he had some type of control over in the structure of the military. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know people may disagree, but
you know, I could be all wrong. Maybe I'm just full of shit. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Bring it back on me. Let me get back to y'all comments. But thank you. I know I went down a slight rabbit hole, but thank you for that, Justin Munson. BT says hotter than fish grease. I appreciate you, good brother. BT says Kofa need an endorsement deal with the toothpick brand. Bro, that's not a bad idea.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Auntie Sean says I had to do training on transgender, non-binary, and all of it for work. I didn't want to do it, and I'm not talking to any children about it either. That's the parents' job, not mine. Thank you for that, Auntie.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Again, what's going on? What's up, Kill Hall? Appreciate you being in here. BT says, yeah, Marvel was the only one that stood tall. I stayed on that. I stated that on my video on Jonathan Majors. Big facts, BT. Yep, Birth of the Nation, Birth of the Nation, Birth of the Nation. JC says, preach. I appreciate that. Mona D says, I also waited to cover the Lizzo situation, but it was primarily because I wanted to gather and read the info. I'm doing a case study. Go ahead, Mona.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
You go, girl.
Get all the information you can. BT says, toxic ass dude. That's crazy. See, Auntie Sean, black women are the kryptonite in our communities. They need to get off the crabs and the barrel mentality, period. Brothers have tried to build. Auntie Sean is really at that point. You got some brothers that are going to stick and stay. I get told I'm weird and shit like that for even being in the manosphere, making this type of content, and especially talking about passports. Other black men again. So it's plenty of black men that are going to get left. Now the question is, how many men are going to get left that are going to stick around, stick and stay with these women? And how many of them are going to marry y'all black women? How many of them are actually going to try to build a family? Because that's the other thing that I left out about the whole LGBTQIA plus Silent P community is now with Black Lives Matter. Shout out to Broker Traditions. He's been on their ass lately about, the whole debacle they've pushed in this Black Lives Matter era. They've been in recent history, in recent memory, talking about how a father isn't needed in the home, isn't needed to make a family.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
But what's black women's chief complaint? Where the men at? Why y'all don't do nothing? Then when we there, y'all tell us to shut the fuck up and you choose LGBT alliances and everything else. Until this Just Hilarious thing came up, until she spoke up, and now they still have to have the conversation, right? Again, brothers, this shit ain't our fight, but it will become our burden. Somehow, some way. I keep telling y'all, there's two surefire things that the black community as a whole, to include other black men, will do. Blame the nearest black man and the idea of white supremacy. Let me keep on going. CDTB says, piggyback. Auntie Sean says, like Ludacris says, if you're a pimp and don't love them hoes, get on the floor. Auntie, I'm not messing with you. That's how you have to be with some of these sisters, straight pimping. Let me keep on going. CDT says, this situation seems like somebody that was bullied but ended up making money, but was holding grudges. Big facts, bro. It could be. I'll give you one.
Fish grease.
I'll give you one on that. It could be. But again, this is the whole sisterhood thing, right? It's imploding. I ain't even get into the whole women's march. I forgot. Only woman I remember is Tamika Mallory. Broker Tradition is more political than me, bro. You might remember. So you had Tamika Mallory. You had a Muslim sister. And then you had a Latinx sister. That was all piecing everything together for the Women's March back in 2020. And I remember them saying, I think Tamika Mallory was saying, and I don't even think she realized what she was saying at the time because they were just talking about how good it was for women. But they were talking about, the impact of, I guess, crossing the aisle with some of the white women that were probably going to vote for Trump and things like that. And they was like, oh, the focus is just women and this, that, and the third. And she was saying, well, white women put out the call. We did the work. Again, I really don't think sis realized what the fuck she said. So once again, white women done threw something out and black women hopped on it. Black and brown women hopped on it. And we tried to warn about that shit back then. Then what do we start seeing on IG? Black women coming back from the Women's March, talking about how they had issues with white women, how the white women tried to take over and this and that and third. And I know as far as the people that are popular on the screen, they really not going to say a lot of that shit. We started getting that information from the regular, average, everyday sister that had an IG account. This is before TikTok even started, I believe. This was years ago, or TikTok was in its infancy. So people were just talking about that shit. The women were talking about the issues they had across the board with white women, shit like that. So y'all had already started infighting. What I'm doing, like I always tell y'all, I like to walk a timeline. I like to show this is how this shit started. This is what black men said. Now look where the fuck we're at. Because y'all like to make it seem like we crazy as hell. And I know plenty of brothers that walk around thinking they are. Unfortunately. Let me keep on going to the comments. But you're right, CDT. Maybe it is a situation where they were getting bullied. Maybe it is a situation where they were holding on to grudges or they was let go. And maybe they feel like, they need to be compensated for their time and their money. They were let go too soon. But again, to me, for a big woman to do all that outlandish stuff, then get on tour, she thinking she can do no wrong because sisters told us that we just need to accept Lizzo as she was. She already thinks she can't do no wrong. That's why she showed up to the Laker game like she showed up. That's a public place. So I can only imagine what she's doing behind closed doors. Let's keep on going. Steven says, Jonathan Majors literally did everything men are told to do in situations where a woman is acting up, still is being publicly lynched. Yet Cardi, Lizzo, Mary J are exempt from their alleged acts.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease. Knocks down another 3 ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
You get all 3. You get all 3, Steven. I think that speaks for itself. We almost getting ready to wrap up, y'all. Let me get through these comments. BT says the controlling narcissist behavior you describing could be said about Kobe Bryant. It could be. It could have been. But nobody has ever said anything about him controlling where they need to be at. That's my thing. He didn't have that in personal life. He had it at work. This is why people saw it on the court. I'm not passing you the ball because you didn't come to work. We think work with the NBA is just the court. But you're right. Somebody could say that. But if we're going to do that, we got to look across the board. Because again, black women celebrated when Kobe died. Fuck his daughter. They celebrated when that man died. RP to that baby too. RP to Kobe. But black women celebrated when Kobe died and Kevin Samuels died behind a motherfucking lie. Behind a lie. So now this shit coming out with Lizzo, you think I'm gonna feel bad for her? Fuck no. JC says, fuck Black Lives Matter. J.W. says, I'm just waiting for Dr. Umar to blame us for that.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
BT says, Tamika Mallory is an ops. He's literally groomed by Al Sharpton.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
BT says, this is the Gloria Steinem effect.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
It's so much to unpack. This is why I'm not saying I believe the rumors are true. I can see them being true, though. I could 100% clearly see these shits being true. When you have that narcissistic type of behavior, but again, everybody else, you done triggered me, BT, talking about KB, but everybody else talking about how solid that brother was. But when it was time to go to work, it was time to go to motherfucking work. Bill Cosby is another thing. You trying to control people's lives outside? That's another thing. Lizzo, you gonna control people outside of work? You got to go to this sexual event, this strip club or whatever else. You have to eat the banana out the woman's cooch. That's some weird shit. Auntie Sean says, that's why I don't march with them heifers. They always usurp anything we create. Those hoes can stay in their lane and place. Black peoples have to stand alone to achieve success, period.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Auntie also says, BT, don't forget the money given by George Soros. Black Lives Matter my ass. Clowns. Mona D says, Tamika is deaf for op. Jay Gray.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
It's always Jermaine's fault. Stephen Dunn says, Dr. Cleo Mango, who's a brilliant same gender loving Pan-African scholar, often speaks on the LGBTQ plus agenda as another layer of white supremacy. The issue isn't SGL, it's lack of honesty.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Again, black men, we don't give a fuck. Do what you do. I know plenty of brothers that, hey, you cool with a threesome. But then you got some people in the Pan-African, the woke community or whatever, says it's nasty across the board. I don't give a shit what you doing in your bedroom. I like pussy. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm concerned about. And guess what? I don't want to jump no damn room. But I love the women. I love the sisters. I've told y'all that repeatedly. So Whatever you're doing on your side, you can go do because it's not going to affect me on my side. However, as a man, when the same women that I love and support turn around and will support somebody else, what am I supposed to do with that? And what do black women tell black men? Go where you're supported. This is why brothers are getting fucking passports.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
We can sit up here and play with this thing all day, but it's been an hour and 40 minutes, so I could go a solid 2, but I think we got enough in tonight, man. I appreciate everybody being in here. I did have to talk about this. Depending on what comes out with this whole Derrick Jackson situation, I may talk about that Thursday. We may go a different direction. I do got to line up some shows where I pour back into brothers. So brothers, I'm relying on y'all. When I do that, when we have these conversations and these discussions, I need y'all in here. I need y'all support. The ladies always show up, even if they realize, hey, this is a men's conversation. They'll come in, hit like, and they'll dip. But I noticed something when I'm talking about real shit to the men for us to build with each other. A lot of times my number's not that high. So let's get better at that. Matter of fact, stay right there. I almost forgot. I was going to read these articles, but I'm not going to do that. I think we hit it out the park tonight, especially when we picked. That was the whole where does Me Too go from here? So basically, when that Me Too came out, I am going to read this little paragraph, then we're going to slide. When Me Too and the Believe All Women and everything else was going on, they realized some of the people that were, I guess, trying to lock men up and pay the funding and all that to defend the women. Oh, my screen went out. To defend the women, they started realizing a lot of those women in higher positions had ties to some of the other men. So let me read this little part right here. It says, so what does this mean for the Me Too movement? The answer is complicated. The end of Time's Up is in many ways a blow to the movement, considering that between 2018 and 2021, the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund referred over 4,800 people to lawyers and funded 256 cases. It was so crucial in the strengthening anti-harassment provision in the U.S., lengthening the statute of limitations for rape and pushing Hollywood to finance the work for women directors. However, the embattled nature of the organization over the past few years has, of course, meant that it's becoming something of a liability. Still, in the wake of its closure, it's more important than ever that other organizations step forward because they ass keeping the fucking money to continue the work that it began and do so with more transparency and integrity. Only by maintaining the pressure on both governments and the film industry can we achieve real long-term change on all fronts. So this is an article from Vogue back in January of this year, 2023. Kind of a short article. I just didn't feel like reading it all. I just wanted to kind of put a bow on that. They're basically admitting that, hey, we jumped the gun on some of this shit. We threw so much damn money at it. And now they're realizing it's no fucking guarantee that a lot of those accusations were true. Some of the women involved in, quote unquote, protecting the other women also had ties to some of the men that were being accused. So I pulled this up here. Let me see if I can delete this. Slide this over a little bit. Can y'all see that? So what I Googled was, let me bring it down a little bit. God damn it. What is it doing? Let me come over here, move this around. Okay, boom. So that's what I Googled. Me Too Defense Fund, what we just read. How much in donations? Damn it, why is this thing over here now? So this is Wikipedia, you know, I'm going to go through a couple of other ones. But it says the organization was founded January 18, blah, blah, blah. As of January 2020, the organization had raised $24 million in donations. Now that's Wikipedia. Nobody wants to take it up. This article in USA Today, however, Time's Up ceases operations, refocuses on legal defense fund for sexual harassment victims. This is of January 2023. So they're ceasing operations. Again, Where did the money go? That's what I was interested in. I lost that part of the article. I apologize, y'all. Here we go. It says by January 23, Time's Up looked very different after a radical house cleaning of its own, sparked by damaging internal report. With only a skeleton crew and 3 remaining board members, remaining funds now total about $1.7 million. The millions from the early donations already went to the legal fund. It was not an easy decision, but the board was unanimous that it's the right decision and the most impactful way to get we get to move forward. Let me bring it back on me, man. So we went from 24 million. Wrong screen. We went from 24 million to 1.7 in a matter of 3 years. You're not gonna tell me all that money was used on them damn cases to adjudicate them cases. Sounds like another Black Lives Matter to me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Where did the money go? Did I freeze? I see BT's comment. I hope not. Damn. Where did I leave off? Mona D says, we're getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. Let me get to y'all comments, though. Mona D says the same women that laughed at Kobe Bryant and KS's passing are the same women who have themselves lied on men they were hoeing with and involved the solid men in their family and in their drama with these ninjas.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Corey Joe says, salute. Auntie Sean says, this was fun, nephew. This made Auntie feel better. I love roasting. I know. BT says, did I freeze? I don't know if I did. Oh, my audio went choppy. I'm sorry. It sounded like the MacBook mic. Jesus. It shouldn't be. Am I good now? It may have when I switched over. I don't think it did, though. Jay Will says, I agree. BT says it's funny how all these movements fall apart in a few years. No ground to stand on because it didn't come from a good place in the first place. It didn't come from a good place in the first place. I wonder how many men were fired at these jobs that we'll never know about, just accused of shit. I was listening to one brother's comment. I think salute to Andre from Love Crossing Borders.
Hotter than fish grease.
He was talking about he had a homeboy of his. I think I played the video here as well. He had a homeboy of his that was fired from a job because it was a woman at a job that wanted him, but he didn't want her. He was kicking it with her best friend. So she made it seem like it was some type of nefarious act for him to be sleeping with her best friend. Grown folk business had nothing to do with their goddamn job. The woman told on him. Long story short, he got called into HR. They asked him if he had the friend's phone number, and he got fired for having the woman that he worked with having her friend's phone number. This shit ain't no game. This is why I'm talking about this shit tonight, because it's coming back biting women in the ass, and we're going to get blamed for it. Brothers like myself that won't be surprised or that believe Lizzo did some of this shit, because I can see that. We're going to get blamed for that shit because we didn't support. That's the word black women use, and nobody's clarified what the fuck support look like other than paying all their goddamn bills and taking care of their bastard children.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Corey Joe says the film industry sucking right now. It really is, bro. I noticed that shit too. Corey Joe, BT says that's why I'm watching more YouTube TV. TV is trash now. I got a lot of streaming shit, so Lioness on Paramount is good as shit. I don't know what everybody's into, but action, a little bit of thriller. This is Zoe Saldana's best work. Yes, I know she dates white boys. Y'all let it go. This is Zoe Saldana's best work. Period. Hands down. Jay Gray says, yep, a house of cards built on water. God damn it.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease. Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Hey, Jay Gray, you said something then, bro. Quiet Storm, thank you, brother. He says you can support with the super chat, super stickers, Cash App, and PayPal. I thank everybody. And I am going to check my Cash App before we get out of here. getting a little bit of TV talk before we slide. BT says, I was watching this movie on Netflix. I was considering canceling my subscription. It was so trash. Damn. No, I'm not getting rid of Netflix. I love my Netflix. I'm a fan. I promise you, I damn near opened up the store when it was like you had to order the DVD, wait for it, then send it back. I was on that early. Only thing I wish is I invested some stock back then. But Corey Joe says it's horrible. Every movie has a female lead. No mixture at all. It's bad on Netflix. Again, Lioness has a female lead, but y'all will thank me later. It is some good shit. Let's keep on going. BT says, back on topic, 24 mil to 1.7 is crazy. Big facts. Appreciate you dropping the socials. Yes, y'all make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, IG, and TikTok, and X. I had to correct it. Oh yeah, I fixed it up there. Y'all see the X. DG says, sorry, I had to leave, but I'm back. All good, brother. We getting ready to wrap. BT says, I'm good now. Damn. There, yeah, man, you missed the roast. Damn.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
I had to talk about our belly. You can get the replay, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like button though. Go ahead and get that replay. Let me keep going. BT says, he says, there are games you missed a few good rants. I had some good rants tonight. Oh, thank you, brother.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Auntie Sean says they building on sand. That's why I couldn't stand. Can't build on lies. That's big facts, Auntie.
You go, girl.
I'm gonna keep on going. Y'all so damn stupid, man. Do not watch this movie that BT is suggesting. He says, nah, a great movie on Amazon is Tip that's worth watching. That shit is 45 minutes. I am a B movie connoisseur. This is a Z movie. The acting is horrible. This shit ain't even made it to fucking Tubi. I don't know how the fuck it's on Amazon. Do not listen to Broken Traditions. He is trolling like a motherfucker. But if you want to see how much of a troll he is, then yes, go to Amazon and try to look at this movie Tip that he's trying to suggest to y'all. He suggested that shit to 3 different people. I'm mad. His girlfriend mad. Salute to Mama Lex.
You go, girl.
And salute to Brother Damon.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Everybody he suggested that shit to is mad at him. He is trolling y'all. Y'all can go watch that bullshit if you want to, goddammit. Oh, Corey Joe says we ain't gonna let it go. Cujo in the building. What's going on, good brother?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
DG says that Kofa turning to Deadpool is Red Pool. BT says he literally had to switch toothpicks. I did that. I guess I did have some good rants. Goddamn.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
I did have to switch toothpicks. Yeah, catch the replay, DG. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, bro, that shit ain't even on Tubi, dog. Do not watch that movie Tip. But you know what? I'm not telling you to watch the movie Tip because I want you to watch the movie. I want you to go view the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes of the movie because it's only 45 minutes. I want y'all to see how big of a troll the Broken Traditions is in real life. That's my dog. I love him. Ain't shit he can do about it, but that motherfucker is a real life troll.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Oh, let me see. Well, let me see. Oh yeah, he said, but yeah, the owner of Cigar Mart was legit mad at him. He was legit mad. Goddamn. Yeah, Corey Joe, BT trolling. Let me see. All right, cool. We caught up on all the comments, man. But yes, I wanted to talk about this whole thing between, Jess Hilarious. I kind of touched on her and going back and forth with the and with our belly.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Time's up. Me too. Believe all women. All that shit black men have been warning against is now coming back to bite the sisters in the ass. And they're infighting. Notice that you got a black woman infighting with the LGBTQIA plus silent P community that they've been shoulder to shoulder with for so long. Notice you got black women, big black women that can do no wrong. They can do whatever they want. Body positivity. Infighting. They blame men for so long. They have nobody else to blame. So again, guess what this proves? Ain't no fucking making them happy. Everything we've been saying as men, black men in particular over here, because I am a black male. Everything we've been saying is coming to fruition. I'm going to, lack of a better term, pause. I'm going to touch on that topic about these people that are minor attracted persons. Like, I don't think Theo understands what he did. When he played that shit, I was all ears and I was pissed the fuck off.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Because I've spoke about NAMBLA before. That's the National Association of Man-Boy Love. For those that don't know, that thing exists. So yeah, I got some more lives we got to come with. As y'all can see, I got, a new screen again. End on a good note. I told y'all before, I actually started G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment. You can see it there. I went through the paperwork. I shared it with DG. I actually have a business account now. Salute to the business account. I'm not going to tell y'all who I'm banking with, but I got the business account. So I got my EIN, my paperwork right, building up this money. Again, if y'all want to donate to the channel, help it grow, you can super chat, super sticker. Merch is coming soon. I'm still on the back end finagling with that, putting some things together. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. Salute to DG, salute to Greg. All y'all brothers that been emailing me, I got to catch up. I'm trying to catch up this week. I am recognizing y'all emails. Let me go ahead. Thank you for everybody tonight for the super chats. Let me do this real quick. Let me slide over here and see if I got any Cash Apps. Open. Okay, nothing tonight. Good. All respect. Again, y'all donate to the channel if you can, if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. But do hit that like button. It's free. Hit the subscribe button. It's free for those that's seeing this. Help push me into the algorithm. Because things got to change. Yes, I'm in the black manosphere, red pill, all that stuff. I consider myself to be, just from the topics I discuss. I'm not always going to talk about women. I do want to build brothers, but help push the boy into the algorithm. Even if you just let my shit run and play, help me get them watch out so I can get fully monetized, get that AdSense. And it's going to, as I started increasing, let me tell y'all something about YouTube. The Broker Traditions told me once you get that first 1,000, it's going to be easier. And it did get easier. I'm starting to hit the algorithm more. When I got some more time in, when I hit the 3,000 watch hours, I started hitting the algorithm more. I can only imagine what I can do once I break that 4,000 and really get monetized. But I can't do it without y'all. I couldn't do none of this without y'all. And we getting ready to hit 2 hours on the dot. I couldn't do none of this without y'all. So I thank y'all. So y'all make sure, again, Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Stickers. The merch is going to be dope as fuck. I shared it with BT already, some of them, and he couldn't do nothing but laugh and was like, that shit is hot. So I got some stuff in the works. It'll be coming soon. It's work on the backside of YouTube. I got to figure out that part of it. So I've got to make some phone calls to get the merch up because I think I clicked on the wrong thing. And sometimes that's all it takes. Let me acknowledge some brothers. Salute to Mike. Blessing to you, good brother.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Mark, not sure what you mean, says don't associate that with the LGBT community. Look, bro, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. You can stay or you can go. I'm not really going to have the back and forth about the LGBT community because guess what? When black men were open to having this conversation, we were told to shut the fuck up and mind our business. So you're welcome to stay, but you can also go. Let me keep on going. Quiet says, all Theo fault. Let's keep on going. Jay Gray says, I looked up Prostatia and they have a YouTube account, Kofa. I'm not surprised, but it's coming. Hotter than fish grease. Yes, sir.
Got it!
It's coming.
Hotter than fish grease!
It's coming. It's coming, Corey Joe. BT says, Mark Smith is not the LGB. That's the issue. It's all the other letters that follow. I'm going to say it's all of them together because they accepted each other and everybody told black men to shut the fuck up. Us cisgender and straight black men, I've been cussed out so many times and I can't say shit, right? Because I'm either at work or with family that are gay and I'm trying to spare their feelings. Don't nobody give a motherfucker about no goddamn black men. Y'all done got another motherfucking round on me, goddamn it. Let me tell y'all ass something. I don't give a fuck who you sleep with. But Mark, don't tell me not what to associate with the gay community. If that man is an adult motherfucking male and he sleep with somebody that's a teenager, guess what, motherfucker? He in the LGBT community. He's fucking gay and he's a fucking child molester. That's what the fuck he is. Don't tell me not to associate that shit when it happens. Because guess what? If it's an older black man dating a woman, if I'm 41 years old, I got a grown adult daughter that's 20. If I date somebody in her age group, 20, 21, 22, people will tell me that I groomed that child because she's a grown-ass young woman. And they won't hesitate. Because I get a fucking passport and go overseas and enjoy my goddamn self with the motherfucking money I done goddamn work for. Guess what black women feel like fucking calling me? A fucking pedophile. Because I went overseas. You don't know how many motherfucking times I've been called gay, weird. Now y'all got real Kofa. You know how many times I've been called that shit because I'm good with fucking kids? I'm better with kids than most of the fucking women I know. You know why, bitch? Because I'm fucking patient. Don't come on my goddamn channel talking about some goddamn don't associate that shit with the LGBT when there's black men out here that gotta fight tooth and motherfucking nail to get their own goddamn children because the bitch he done fucking divorced done told the goddamn court a lie that he was touching the kids. Don't nobody say shit. Women don't come out of any motherfucking color. LGBT don't come out of any motherfucking color to defend these motherfucking men. Not in droves. When y'all want to throw a fucking false ass noose around our goddamn neck, y'all do it in a fucking heartbeat. But I gotta tiptoe around somebody because you like taking dick. I gotta tiptoe around people, women that have pumped out 3, 4, 5 goddamn motherfucking kids and all of a sudden hit 35 and now she like tasting pussy. I gotta tiptoe around that shit. But god damn it, if I choose to get with a woman, raise her kids because I have standards, because I put my fucking foot down, because I pay goddamn bills, because I go down the motherfucking checklist of the shit that black women say makes a man a man. When gay black men want to inject shit, I can go over to TikTok right motherfucking now and hear all these niggas talk about cisgender males and what the fuck we supposed to goddamn do. When I do that shit, guess what? It still ain't motherfucking enough. Don't tell me what the fuck I can and can't goddamn say. Them days is done. I've been that quiet dude in my real life. Real life. I just told the story earlier about the young man that I was working with in juvenile justice that had been sexually assaulted when he was younger, and now he was just sweet as he want to be. And before any of you motherfuckers want to talk about just because that happened, well, he was gay already. No, bitch. Again, if your motherfucking ass can understand that that shit can happen to a girl and then she swear off men, you can understand that that shit can happen to a boy and something triggers in him and now he's gay. At least bisexual. At least bi-curious. And once again, to my point earlier, some of these boys are sexually assaulted by women. Some of them, yes, everybody wants to think about it's the men, but a lot of these dudes are sexually assaulted by women. So that turns him into the promiscuous player that a lot of women gravitate toward. You don't even take into account the hurt that man going through because you like his talk game. When a lot of these dudes is trying to, again, they trying to fuck away the child molest. That's why he's so motherfucking controlling. He won't never give a woman another upper hand on him again. It won't happen. That's why I'm going down this goddamn checklist like this. It's a fucking reason I said that shit. Because of shit like that. Don't put that on there. Who the fuck am I supposed to put it on then? If you have an adult male that identifies as gay, then he's messing with a younger male under the age of consent, that would make him a pedophile. And he's gay. He's a part of the LGBT community. Why wouldn't I? I'm not saying it's everyone. Never said that. Never said that. But literally have to deal with these niggas gay every day. Black women, society at large, LGBT can talk about how fucked up black men are on a regular basis. Blanket statement in general, in mass, make up a goddamn lie, don't have no statistical data to support that shit, and don't nobody bat a motherfucking eye. Don't nobody say shit. If anything, we gotta defend against that shit. And like I always fucking say on here and in my real goddamn life, how the fuck you disprove a negative? How the fuck I prove I didn't do some shit that I didn't do? How? I'm so tired of this shit, bro. This is why these spaces exist. This is why these spaces exist. Again, similar to Passport Bros, brothers were talking to each other. Black women injected themselves into that shit. Black men were talking about what we were looking for women. Guess who decided to inject themselves in that shit? Gay men as well. Saw a video today. I was going to use it, but I let that shit go. I let it go. Because my focus, again, no matter how many times I talk about women and brothers, I need you to hear this shit. I am talking to you. I am talking with you. Please don't let YouTube get you hyped up. If YouTube shut down tomorrow, I still got to throw on a goddamn uniform. I still got to go to work. And the work that I'm doing, I already got 2 retirement checks waiting on me. This YouTube shit is nice. I'm not going to tell you not to send in cash apps. I'm not going to tell you not to send in no PayPal. I'm not going to tell you not to super chat. Because this shit is fucking work. I've told y'all here before. This is my 3rd job. This shit ain't easy. And it's shit that I've been sitting on for years. And now I'm finding a tribe of brothers that, you know what? You're not crazy. Again, I tell y'all that shit for a fucking reason. You matter, bruh. You're not crazy. I just need you to make better choices. You can't make a better choice without the information. This is why I do this shit. I know this wasn't the real topic of discussion tonight. I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't give a fuck about Lizzo and her accusers. What I'm trying to get men to understand, you wasn't crazy before. You're not crazy now that it's coming to a head, but you don't need to lax up. Because they're going through this infighting between the LGBT and women on women and everybody infighting that doesn't look, there isn't a biological male. All this goddamn infighting, who usually has to pick up the pieces? Somehow, some motherfucking way. Whether it's us and individually dealing with the women that we're in relationships with, or the children that we're supposed to help raise, whether they're ours or not. But everybody keeps saying that daddy ain't important, until that weird uncle with the broke wrist that mama always got around, because that's her bestie, do something. And I'm not saying that you're a child molester because you're gay. I'm saying the men that are child molesters and gay, if they're both. So I am going to put that on the community, because those people need to be checked. But we look at it as love. I remember when we've seen the videos. I remember when I was that young and confused. That's what some of them say, the men and the women. Whether it's an older woman dealing with a younger lesbian woman that may be confused. Same thing with the older man dealing with a younger man underage. But it can be a 25-year-old gay man dating a 50-year-old gay man. Don't nobody say shit. My 41-year-old ass go get a 27-year-old. I groomed her. You can label me a pedo all the fuck you want to, and ain't nobody supposed to say shit. So no, Mark, I'ma call that shit out, bruh. I'ma call that shit out every time. And anybody to see this replay, I'ma call that shit out. I'm so motherfucking sick of that shit. I'm supposed to walk on goddamn eggshells for your feelings. Put my goddamn spectacles back on so I can see y'all fucking comments. Jesus Christ. No, hold on. Let me catch back up where I was. You did a great job bringing it all together. Appreciate you, BT. Keep on going. Keep on going. Mark, you can dip, bro. You can go and go. Matter of fact, I'm asking you to go. You get offended when heterosexuals associate that to my community. How the fuck you think I feel as a black man, bro? You can go. Salute, EJ. We're getting ready to wrap. Yeah. Somebody bounce him. I ain't got time. I got too much motherfucking lived experience. I done worked with too many goddamn children. I done had too many goddamn conversations. Don't make false allegations against the LGBTQ. Go tell your people stop making false allegations against black men. Somebody bounce him, please. Bounce and block. And this type of shit I'm talking about. And see, you know what's crazy? I had these conversations with my straight black male friends. They're people too. They exist. Only their fucking feelings matter. When I say shit, it's, oh, get over yourself. You're controlling. I don't want to hear that shit, Mark. You can bounce, bro. I appreciate you coming in tonight, though. You got a good rant out of me tonight. Yeah, you got one, DJ. Yeah, salute, Jay Gray. I appreciate the quiet storm. Go ahead and bounce and block, bro. Thank you. I almost fucked this damn toothpick up, BT. That's why I had to take that shit out, man. I just had to go on. Cruise to get him. I think I did. Yeah, I had to check that shit. Yes, you got a rant. EJ came in with the last $2. I appreciate you, good brother.
These last $2.
I believe you on that. It's probably. Let's keep on going. Yeah, bro. I went from the gut on that one, bro. I'm telling y'all. And my homeboy was saying, we were smoking a cigar one time. He was like, man, the Kofa on YouTube ain't the Kofa in real life. I'm like, yes, the fuck it is. He was like, nigga, explain that shit to me, because you just chill right now. I'm like, bro, when I'm talking to people one-on-one, and Derek Gaines can account for this. When I'm talking to Derek one-on-one, we just having a conversation. I got to focus on that individual person. I'm focusing on you because I'm listening to you. I'm a really good listener. I'm going to hear you out. I'm going to tell you where I think you're wrong, where I think you can improve, and what you're actually getting right. I like to teach from a place of positivity. I love positive reinforcement, which is some shit that black people ain't used to getting. It's a mind fuck to them. That's when brothers start getting called gay and everything else, because we're being positive, when we're being genuinely positive. So DG can attest to that. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. When I'm talking to y'all, yes, I have to. It's another side of Kofa, because I got to speak in general terms and broad. Salute the brokerage edition for recognizing that. That's why I brought it all together like that. It seems like totally different issues. They're like, oh, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm not paying attention to that. Watch this shit. This how this shit affects us all, especially the men, because we're going to be expected to do the heavy lifting. But let me keep on going. Yeah, Jay Gray, I had to go from the gut tonight, bro. Keep on going. Auntie says, speaking the truth, BT dropped the super chat. He says, my man took off his glasses, went from Clark Kent into Superman.
Fish grease.
Let me go ahead and give you that I appreciate that, BT. DG said, did Kofa just turn into the symbiote Carnage? You know, that was going to be another nickname because I'm so red. I was going to go with Venom because my daughter likes Venom, but I think I might go Carnage. Yeah. That was, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. That was probably me on a fucking 5. Let's keep on going. EJ says, Toothpick Kofa spinning them facts with the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, good brother. DG said, where's the toothpick? Look, I threw the toothpick like the dude threw his hat on the riverboat. Oh, yes, there's blood in the water. Quiet Storm broke out the popcorn. Broker to this says, y'all done fucked up. This is the Kofa that we haven't named yet.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Oh, shit. This that Tupac bomb first. Salute, man. Now I know I gotta chop that rant up. Jesus. Stephen Dunn, essay, even as an adult, can forever change one's psychosexual landscape. Just imagine how much essay changes a child.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
It's crazy. People be like, well, people are born gay. Nobody can make you gay. Then there's other people that be like, oh, things can happen and there's a gay gene. But people are like, oh, no, there's no gay gene. A lot of people don't know what the fuck they talk about, man. We can get to the science and the nuts and bolts and X, Y, Z. There's always been gay people, probably always going to be gay people. But at the end of the day, I'm on more, because why would somebody choose, let me say this, why would somebody choose to be something they know is going to get ridiculed, especially in the era that I grew up in? So I think some people are born like that, and I'm more in the gray area. But I know that some type of sexual assault could possibly turn somebody into one type of a beast or another. You don't know which one you're going to go. Cute. Quiet Storm said, want some popcorn? I got plenty. Broken Traditions dropped the $2 on me. I'm going to get to it in a second. DG says, Bama bitch, roll tide. Big facts. Jay Gray says, I'm a megalodon for that blood in the water. Auntie said, Mark Smith, you know you fucked up, right? Don't come over here with that bullshit. That's why we stay away because of comments like this. Keep the fuck shit to yourself. Thank you, Auntie.
You go, girl.
Now, y'all see, I was willing to have the conversation with the bro. Y'all saw me earlier. This prove what the fuck I be talking about. Let me keep on going. DG says, I don't need Netflix. I just tune into Kofa rants. Mark says, muting me. Yep, laughing about it, bro. I'm just going to ignore the rest of your comments. Broker this says, facts. This is a full-time job making content. It really is, bro.
Hotter than fish grease.
We have our conversations often. BT says, at least Mark stayed in the chat. He can stay. That's fine. But I asked somebody to bounce him, but I guess my mod's not modding right now. All good. I'm just going to ignore his comments. DG says Kofa turned into the Jeepers Creepers monster. I hate that goddamn movie. Don't give me that, DG. Quiet Storms, yep, too prideful to leave, just like black women. Them effeminate traits. Thank you, bro.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
And let's keep on going. Yep, broke wrist, play the tambourine. No, some of the Southern sayings we saying. Let's see. He said the Kofa turned into Darth Maul. Darth Kofa made a return. Yep. Let's keep on going. BT says we need to come up with a name for this version of Kofa. I'm gonna let y'all handle it. That shit gotta be good. I gotta approve it though, but I'm gonna let y'all handle it. DG says Kofa just emptied the clip. Yep. DG and reloaded. Yep. Auntie Sean says Mark Smith. This is I'm gonna let y'all have that. I'm not even gonna. Kamikaze Kofa, aka the Dark Toothpick.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
What's going on, Felicia?
You go, girl.
Oh Lord. Jay Gray says nigga wrist softer than wet paper mache. Let's keep on going. That was the dark side of the Force Kofa. Yes, it really was. I got the red lights on tonight and everything. Let me go ahead and turn this. Again, that shit was not planned. So yeah. I don't like that shit at all. You constantly say what the fuck you want to about black men. We supposed to tiptoe around shit. Fuck out of here. Quiet Storm said you ain't said nothing but a word. Talk it down. I'm gonna go back to the comments tomorrow between Auntie Sean. I'm gonna let Auntie handle that. Let me keep on going. Yeah, Smitty's Quarter, what's going on, good bro?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
He says, like on Smash, I digress. My mic is muted. All good. BT says, I remember that conversation about Kofa being the same on YouTube and in real life. Let me keep on going. Says, DG says, Fast Kofa is the real deal. I really appreciate that, man. Y'all don't know how much that means to me, for real. Because I've literally this is the most I've talked over the last probably 3 to 4 years, and then hopping on YouTube within the last year. This is the most I've talked really as an adult, because I've just been observing. I was a sponge. I was taking stuff in. I was trying to understand, hey, maybe I'm wrong and this, that, and the third. But I think I'm at a point now that I know I'm standing on solid ground of my opinion and the stuff that I've experienced and the things that I've researched. And I'm listening to other people that's like, hey, again, that's why I keep telling y'all not crazy, because you reminded me that I'm not crazy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
DG says the rant was better than any of Dave's or Theo's. I'm gonna leave that up there. I'm gonna pin that one. Damn it, I don't got my YouTube open. Salute for that, bro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna let them see that shit. Derek Gaines says a 5 out of what? Man, look, I go any higher, that's some real life shit. You probably gotta call the police, and I try not to go that damn far for that damn reason. My head hurt like a motherfucker now. Let me keep on going. Auntie Sean says that was the west side of Kofa on the rant.
Hotter than fish grease!
Broken tradition, stupid as shit. God, with the $2 super chat.
These last $2.
He says Kofa threw his toothpick like Razor Ramon.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Oh. Jay Gray said if this was the movie Split, this version of Kofa would be the beast. Yes, it would. That's a good ass movie too. Oh, y'all stupid. Turn into the beast from Street Fighter. No, I don't want to be Blanca. Let me keep on going. DG. Oh, y'all. That was y'all. Blackheart Rebel in here. He said, like I said, don't associate pedophilia to the LGBT community. I'm a black man just like you. This would be Mark again. I said what the fuck I said too. And of course you had to sneak in the back door, which I'm not surprised, which is probably some petty shit I would have did. So low key.
Hotter than fish grease!
Low key, I'm kind of proud of you, Mark, but I would tell you to suck my dick, but you might try to do it. So let's keep on going. Quiet Storm says, dude made a whole new alias just to get sniped again. This is a straight target practice.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Man, y'all done got me on this thing over the 2 hours. I'm gonna go back and see how long my goddamn rant was. I don't feel like it was, but I might have blacked out. Salute to Rance Turner for being in here, bro.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
BT says that's why I was laughing at DG comments. I know Kofa hates Blanca. I hate Blanca. DG knows Broken Tradition knows my favorite Street Fighter character is Ryu. His is Ken. He likes to play from the left side. I kind of like to play from the right side of the screen. We talked about Street Fighter. He likes Scorpion. I like Sub-Zero. So that's how I know he's a good friend, because I got a homeboy like that as far as sports. He likes Kentucky basketball. I like North Carolina. He likes the Celtics. I like the Lakers. Like on the opposite side, but that's my boy. Let me keep on going. Auntie says, don't mess with my nephew. We ain't playing over here. Quiet Storm says that rant was masterful. Jay Gray says, sneak in the back door. Pause.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Man, I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all gonna have me off of goddamn YouTube, man. Let me go ahead and slide, man, before I get in any more goddamn trouble. I done did enough tonight. Y'all got a rant out of me. Again, I was getting ready to wrap up when he said that silly shit before. So if y'all comment, I'm not looking at it just in case I get triggered again. I appreciate all the cash apps. Well, I don't think I got any tonight, but I appreciate the super chat, super stickers. Y'all know I'm going to chop up that rant probably tomorrow. I'm probably going to drop it on Thursday. So be on the lookout for it. Again, I don't know what we're going to talk about on Thursday, but I do appreciate everybody being here. Sincerely, man, from the bottom of my heart. These topics are near and dear to me when I'm bringing them to y'all. And as always, I'll let y'all know when we're going to have a little bit of fun and kind of pivot on the night or whatever. So when I'm talking about stuff, if I don't give y'all a disclaimer, we're going to have some fun or whatever, then understand that I'm focused on it. It's for a reason, because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm good at bringing things and putting them together when everybody thinks it's peace over here, it's not. So the whole thing was just hilarious with Lizzo, aka R. Belly, with all those issues going on, that infighting with the women. I just want brothers to prepare, continue to build and grind and get your passports, pivot, find a new job. I'm looking for different things outside of YouTube, but I'm taking this serious as well, because I do want to be a staple here on YouTube and make some good ass money. I'm not gonna cap. So I do want to put my foothold in this and keep building with brothers. A lot of this stuff that I'm promising y'all, the merch and all that, it's coming. Just be patient with the boy. You've been rocking with me this long. It took me a year to get to 1,000. I still ain't even got to 4,000 watch out. So I don't even have real monetization yet. But hopefully this will do something, get me a little bit closer tonight. I appreciate everybody. Rinse Turner and dropped the 10 bomb on me, brother. I appreciate you for that, good brother. So you know you got to get 2 of these. Appreciate the 10 bomb, Rinse Turner. I don't know if he was in here for the rant, but you can run it back a few minutes, and yeah, I got to give myself one on that one. God damn.
Hotter than fish grease.
I don't even like doing that shit, but somebody hopped in this damn. I'm not even gonna go that route. I'll get pissed off again. Let me go smoke my cigar and fucking unwind. I will see y'all on Thursday. Not sure what we're gonna talk about. The glasses will be gone. The toothpick will be here. Y'all think about it. Y'all give me a new nickname. Put it in the chat when we hop on Thursday. Email it to me. I'll come up. I'll accept whatever y'all give me after I filter through, and maybe we can all come to an agreement. I have the final say, but y'all go ahead and start thinking of some new nicknames for the boy after tonight. I really, really appreciate y'all. Again, as always, brothers, remember, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.